Hello guys, this is Magic Ray, and I'm showing you some resolution comparisons between native 1440p versus native PS2. I will also be doing some frame testing and show you guys the best settings for Ratchet & Clank up your arsenal. I am using allow 8-bit texture, large frame buffer, 2560 by 1440, using mip mapping, basic fast. You could use this one if you want. Full very slow not recommended, full direct 3D recommended. And in advanced settings, we are using half pixel offset, normal, vertex. Unfortunately, this is the only Ratchet & Clank game besides Deadlocked that needs this because it has blending issues. Not on all levels though, but it's a personal preference. Having this on can store some of the artifacts on the side of the screen right here, but it's up to you if you want to have it on or off. We're using texture filtering of display and FXAA shader. Now, there's one huge disclaimer I want to quickly throw out real quick. This is the most unoptimized Ratchet & Clank game on the PCSX2. It has a lot of game-breaking glitches, many game-breaking glitches that causes at least myself and others to have soft locking issues that can't actually progress further through the game. This has only been discovered by myself. Sure, other people have had issues as well on New Game Plus. So if you're someone that's going to download this game, I will definitely explain some things at the end of the video that cause these awful game-breaking glitches that I've discovered myself. Not anyone else, just myself. These are the ones I found that causes all these issues. At the end of the video, I will do it. Now, this game definitely needs MTVU. You need 3 cores to run it. I have 6 cores, and yeah, turn this on because you're not going to be able to run this game without it on. This game targets 512 by 448 on the NTSC version. Now, let's have a look. So as you see, it is quite blurry. There is a load of shimmering on the screen. So far, running at full speed. Got some guys to kill here. Now, alpha effects do cause slowdown. Unfortunately, as you see, I'm already getting slowdown just by using this very lightweight weapon to kill these enemies. If you use a weapon like the bouncer, this can cause even more slowdown. So unfortunately, this is one of the guns you gotta be very careful on using. This is on software mode. Let's check out hardware mode. Now, as you see on hardware mode, what do you call it? I just got distracted. You see those shadows next to those guys? That didn't really bother me. I need to use OpenGL to fix that on the basic recommended settings. But unfortunately, using OpenGL in this game caused some weird juddery as well, so I thought I'd just use Direct3D 11 for this video for you guys. Now, hardware mode seems to run fine, but as you see, when those alpha effects hit, I will get slowdown. It causes slowdown. Let's have another look around. So yeah, it looks very clear. This is 2560 by 1440, as I said. Suck these guys up. There we go. Yeah, so this game is quite stable. Well, only at a certain part of the game it is only stable. I'm sorry to point that out, but this game is very unoptimized until to the part where I show you guys up where I get up to. Yes, as you see, more shadow issues. It doesn't bother me at all. If you're an OpenGL user, feel free to use it to fix it up. But otherwise, as you see, it's a very nice way to play this game because it's very clean. Let's have another look at this resolution. So yeah, as you see, more slowdown by looking over here. It's very blurry, unfortunately. And yeah, one thing I want to mention real quick, I'll go back to native 1440p, is the HUD, unfortunately, on this game has aged quite poorly, unfortunately. Ratchet & Clank 2 had some very nice well-aging HUDs, but not all of it was well-aging. X19 is very blurry, and the HUD of these weapons are quite blurry too, and blocky, but other than that, that's not the point. We're not going to worry about that for now. Just thought I'd mention that real quick. Now, okay, that's pretty much it, to be honest. This game is very nice to look at native 1440p. Now, here are the game breaking glitches I'll show you guys. So for people that don't care about game breaking glitches or are not going to download this game, you can leave if you want now. I'll show you guys the game breaking glitches now. Now, as you see, I'm in DAX. I'll show you guys the game breaking glitch real quick. Now, unfortunately it sucks because this is my favorite Ratchet Clank game of all time. Up Your Arsenal is my favorite, and as you see, this is the issue I run into. PCSX2 gives you error code right here. So if you see that code, obviously you ran into this issue, but you have to load the state to go back to where you were. Now, this affects Blackwater City, Dax, and Starship Airport, or whatever they call that level. It's the one where you got to go to Quark and then you got to blow up the station. That level, I forgot the name of the level, but there's 3 areas in the game. I ran into hardlocking. This is a hardlocking, by the way, because you can't progress when you get that freeze. Now, unfortunately, I don't know a fix for that. There could be a fix out there for it, but I don't know personally. I am using the May 2017 Git 1.5.0 version of the PCSX2, so I'm pretty up to date with this. It's still unfortunately a thing in 2017. Maybe one day there'll be a proper fix for it, but all I gotta say is if you want to skip DAX and the other level I was talking about, you would want to turn on this code real quick. Well, I can't show you the code, but see, enable cheats. I do have cheats enabled on this game, just the fun ones. If you do want to avoid the slowdown or the hard locking, what you're going to do is install the moon jumping code. I'm pretty sure that both Power and NTSC versions have it. I'm playing the NTSC and the moon jumping code works for the NTSC. You just hold the A button and as you see you can float like this. I would recommend going right just over there, just right in front of me to get to that point. And I would also recommend floating right over there to, where is it? Just right over, it's not rendering unfortunately, but it's right over that rock over there. I would recommend floating over there to get the mission as well. But I also ran into a very serious soft locking issue that I only discovered on New Game Plus. There we go, just go over here. We're going to frame limiter this off. Now, as you see, the game is directing me towards Meet with Courtney Gears. Now, when I go over here, I'll show you guys an issue I found that it doesn't unfortunately work on New Game Plus. Now, as you see, all challenges have been completed. But unfortunately, there is one challenge that actually doesn't show up. And the challenge that doesn't show up is the one to progress through the game. It has, you know, the picture right there you've seen right in front of you. It's supposed to be a picture of like a tank. If you've played this game, there's a picture of a tank that shows you, what to do. Like I forgot the name of the mission, but it's a picture of a tank, and it doesn't show up here at all. So it's just very, very unsatisfying and unforgiving to play this version on the PCSX2 because first of all, there are hard locking issues on 3 levels in the game I found, and there's also a soft locking issue I have discovered that I've never seen on the real hardware before on the PCSX2. So besides playing the game, all I have to say is enjoy playing this game at 1440p or a higher resolution on this version of the game. You can only play it for a certain amount of time before you run into these issues. So I would recommend just playing the PS3 version or the original PS2, but hopefully one day there'll be an HDMI plug-in for the real hardware so you can play the PS2 version with an HDMI cable and play it at a higher resolution. But other than that, or PCSX2 might be able to optimize this game one day and maybe it might be playable all the way through. I don't know. I've never ran into so many issues in a game before and I had to point these out, but that's about it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you later.